Greetings, Dapplings, and welcome back to Lonestar, a game that I first tasted in demo form a couple of months ago. This game has now entered early access, and so there's more for us to check out, and I figured why not go ahead and jump back in and see what's changed. There was a reasonable amount of interest in this when I covered the demo, and if there is an equally reasonable amount of interest in this, then maybe we'll see just how much early access has to offer and turn this into a little bit of a mini-series. We will see. Now, for those of you who are completely unfamiliar, Lonestar is billed as a strategic roguelike spaceship deck builder. Now, as I said in the first taste, there is deck building in this, but it's kind of packaged in a subtle way. It doesn't feel quite the same as other deck builders, or at least not to me. It's more of a kind of a tactical battler in my eyes. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and just jump into a new game. Now, I'm not sure if this is carrying across. Yes, it is carrying across my levels from the demo. That's actually quite nice. All right, so we've got various unlocks then, association level, this is kind of all meta progress. We are a bounty hunter in the employ of the Bounty Hunter Association. You are about to embark on a journey of bounty hunting. To enjoy the premium services of the Bounty Hunter Association, please enter your basic information. Now, we can go with the Shielder, which was the ship that I played in the demo, and as far as I'm aware, it was the only ship available in the demo. Or we can go with the Spacewalker. This is a different kind of ship, grants 3 swap chances, allowing you to swap unit positions during battles. That's interesting. That might lead to some very interesting playthrough. Okay, sure, we'll go ahead and grab this and see how things go, shall we? So, if we have a look here, what we'll be able to do is, this is a game all about positioning components in your deck, if you like, the 3x3 grid that makes up your ship, and then utilizing that to defeat your enemy. Now, usually once you're in a battle, all of the components are locked down, but the Spacewalker is going to allow us to move things around, or at least 3 times in a battle. Now, we've got a bunch of pilots that we can have a look at. There is a lot of roguelike randomness to this, in that the pilots, I believe, have a inherent talent, the golden one here. That one is based on the pilot. It never changes. But the rest of them, they change up based on just which talents you have unlocked through the meta progress, and they just get randomly assigned. So we've got 2 treasure compensations. If no items are purchased at the shop, you get 1 chance to pick 1 out of 3 common treasures, or extra star coins. 15 star coins at the start of the game. Helpful advice, gain 2 matching units at the start of the game. Center focus at the start of the battle. Attack units in the spaceship's center gains 3 power. When restoring HP, gain the same amount of star coins. So as we heal, it gets better. But you know, I'm actually quite tempted to go for Repair Master Dong Dong, but let's go ahead and re-roll. I've got a couple of re-rolls banked. Let's see. Extra armor, initial upgrades. Upgrade all initial units at the start of the game. Those are okay. Inside the shop, you can steal 1 item, Master Collector. At the start of the battle, for every 5 treasures you own, 1 energy is generated. Now that one might be a bit of an interesting one. In fact, I think I may have actually played with this character in the demo, but let's re-roll again, see what we get. We've got initial upgrades again, much the same. We're not really seeing too many different pilots. I'm actually not even sure how many pilots I've unlocked. Okay, well, we're going to keep going, because as is often the case, the random talent that I had at the beginning is the one that I would have liked. I just wanted to see if we could get a different pilot mix up with it, but sure, let's see if I can't get back to that, shall we? Let's see, I think it was treasure. Really? I have clearly not unlocked many of these random talents. The spread here as well, it's not very much of a spread, honestly. Okay, well, Master Collector plus common treasures, so this would work quite well. In fact, again, I think this might have even been what we had during the demo. So if that is the case, I apologize for the sameness of this, but nevertheless, I think that's a pretty good synergy. Right, let us see what we can do. We're going to be fighting up against the ship Chrono piloted by Lazy. Lazy is a lazy thug who insists on using a fully automated loading spaceship, even during robberies. Large loop core. This has a countdown of 3, so after 3 turns it activates, but then it'll gain 11 strength. That means that this will do 11 damage down the lane that it's running, and I'll show you what I mean by lanes in just a moment. We've got call for support. I can call for a shop that I can use. I can fully repair the spaceship. I can only use these once per turn, pardon me there. And these are I think they're very limited charges, honestly. So these are something that you should hold on to until the right time, though. Saying that always makes it very possible that you might hold on to it forever and then die with it not being used. Classic Aavak right there, dying with an inventory full of health pots. Energy resource. These are the types of cards, the numbers on the faces of the cards that we're going to have. The energy cards. And these are the tiers of the cards. It goes white, blue, gold in order of rarity and usually power in some way. But let's jump into the battle and see how things go. Right, so the enemy has 3 lanes. We have 3 lanes. You can move up and down. You can move the ship up and down 1 time. This costs fuel, which is a limited resource. And basically, it's about outmathing your opponent. Having a bigger number in a particular lane than they do so that you will win a laser beam showdown and do damage to the enemy. Once you have reduced their durability to 0, the ship will become paralyzed for 1 turn. Once you've reduced their health to 0, they die. We don't have a shield, so we don't have to worry about paralysis. Now, the colors on these units are important. Orange can only go into an orange space. Well, actually, no, sorry, I get that wrong way around. An orange space can only accept orange or higher. Orange is the highest. A blue space can only accept blue or orange, and white can accept all 3. This over here, the chameleon device, after loading an energy, generates another energy whose color is 1 grade higher than the loaded one. So, for example, if I pop that in there, I'll get back a blue 5, so I can use the blue 5 there. That all works out quite nicely. The little chevron here is the power. Now, power is a very, very good stat. There's 2 that are very similar. There's strength and there's power. Strength, as we've covered, these over here will gain a certain amount of strength every X many turns. That is just for that 1 turn, they will automatically do that much damage without having to load energy into the weapon. However, power, as long as energy is loaded, doesn't matter how much, it will add that much power as strength for that turn. So this is kind of strength that persists across turns, but you do need to kickstart it with a little bit of power first. Right, well, considering the situation, we're going to move up to a line. I'm going to pop 2 in there. I'm going to put 5 over here, get a nice whomping 6, and then we're going to put all 7 points in here because we can only use that once a turn. This is going to completely kill our opponent, and we win the battle. There we go. No automation cannons are the future. Or rather, no automated cannons. I swear I'd be dangerous if I could read properly. Alright, we're going to get some coins, we're going to get some fuel, we're going to be able to choose a unit. This is choosing a card to add to our deck, but unlike most deck builders, it doesn't muddy the deck unless I put it into play. So you can just go ahead and select a unit. There's never a reason to skip this unless you've got some sort of ability, some sort of talent, like the treasure compensation over here, where choosing not to select it would give you something else in return. Now, we can get the weakness analyzer, have 2 power in battle. When the enemy's durability reaches 0, double this unit's power. And again, power persists. So this one would be good if we were facing a low durability opponent and we were regularly reducing its durability to 0. Because after the turn where it's paralyzed due to low durability, it gets its durability back. So you'd have an opportunity to do that multiple times. Solar Flare, after loading an energy, if it's in the spaceship center, gain extra strength that equals to the loaded energy point. Oh. Now that one is very nice. And you can see down here, we've got an upgrade preview. So for example, Weakness Analyzer Plus will give us 3 power in battle. And then Solar Flare Plus will allow us to load orange and white into it. I think right now, the Solar Flare is what we want. Our spaceship currently has a maximum weight of 6. Different units will have different weights. Some of them can have negative weights, or at the very least, some of them can have 0 weights. Some of them can have more than 1, but it's much more common to find just a single 1-weight unit. And ultimately, you can only have 9 units in your entire ship, so it doesn't really matter too much until very late game against very powerful bosses where you might need to have multiple weight units, like 2 or 3 weight units that typically do a lot more damage. But after every fight, we get a couple of vacation days. This is the life. We can go and get some more money. We can go to 2 completely random events. Now, these are always events to a certain degree. But the unknown events are much more random than the others. So there'd be something that I could do here, a choice to be made, but I would likely end up with coins. Over here, who knows? So we're going to go into one of the unknowns. In the galaxy ahead, wow, we're jumping galaxies, my god. Numerous spaceships are gathered, and a communication request is connected to your main control room. What do you mean numerous One would assume there would be numerous spaceships in a galaxy. Friend, are you here to participate in the spaceship racing too? We have various types of competitions prepared here, and of course, the prizes differ. A dogfolk pushes his cowboy hat up, but you know, in spaceship racing, there's always some risk. Okay, well, we could take 3 damage and gain 8 star coins. We'll go with an intermediate race. Let's not... Well... See, this is how I die. Hubris is how I die. We'll take the 10 star coins. There we go. During the race, your spaceship is frequently attacked by red turtle shells from and you even accidentally step on a banana peel while disembarking after your hard-fought win. Fair enough. Bloody turtle shell. At least we didn't get any blue turtle shells. Right, let's go ahead on to our next fight. We'll fight 2 henchmen, then an elite, then a boss. And we can see what they are. If you've played the game enough, you would probably recognize these names and be able to pick them out. We're going to be going up against Midgard, the criminal G12. Guided by the strange modification philosophy of the Adeptus Mechanian, G12 has stuffed his already small spaceship with the most powerful defense modules. However, this has made the spaceship unbalanced. Okay, it's defense module. On failure, only take 1 damage. So if you fail a showdown, which is the laser beams meeting in the middle, I know we didn't really see that last time, but the showdown means that we've done damage to the enemy ship. This will mitigate it down to 1, which is actually kind of annoying. Right in the middle there, and then you've got basic cores, similar to ours, only ours is a white core. You've got basic cores. Ours just allows us to load a little bit more. You've already loaded these with 3 energy each. I cannot load anything into this one, which is rather unfortunate. Let's go ahead. Well, I can load these in here. If I put a 5 in there, now hear me out, that would allow me to do... Actually, if I upgrade this 3 to an orange, I can neutralize this easily enough because that gets 2 extra power. If I then load the 5 down here, that's going to overrun this one as well, so that gives us a decent bit of punch. Unfortunately, there's very little we want to do here because this is going to limit our damage output. But I'll pop this in here. That is going to get an extra 1 strength because I loaded 1 energy, so we'll win on all 3 of them. This ship is currently gathering strength and will launch a powerful attack next turn. Usually when you see that, you want to get them get their durability to 0 as fast as you can, but you can literally only reduce it by 1 for each lane that you win. So, you know, at maximum, we can only drop it by 3 every turn. Okay, let's see what you do. 7s. Okay, that's actually a little bit frightening. Fair enough. Right. In this particular case, what I'm going to do is we're going to shimmy down. I am then going to load this up. We're going to win on that one, and we're going to paralyze you. I am then going to upgrade this to a blue. I'm going to load that in there. That gives us 5. Then I'm going to load 3 in here and get an extra 3 from the Solar Flare Strength modifier. So that allows us to win on both these lanes. And this one is, although it does intersect hull, it doesn't. It's just spacey-wacy shenanigans going on there. There we go. Again, we only did 1 damage there. But that was fine, because I only had 1 orange to load into this. There really wasn't any way that I could change that around. Right, so they're paralyzed for this 1 turn, and then this is going to restore all of their durability. So for now, we can just... well, I could burn a little bit of extra fuel to move around a bit more, but I really don't see the reason to. So instead, we're just going to do that and end the turn. Why use up the rest of my energy? These aren't finite resources. They're just randomly generated each turn, but still, there's no reason to draw the fight out any longer than necessary unless we're going to get something from it. We restored the fuel that we lost. We've got some star coins, and we've got a new unit to obtain. Now, this is a common support unit. This is a rare support unit, okay. So, this one, Directional Amplifier, charge 4. The attack unit in front gains 2 power. When the total energy points loaded reach the charging threshold, the effect is triggered, and then the charging process is reset. So I'd have to load up to 4 energy points over time, and then this would upgrade whatever was in front with 2 extra power. That's actually quite nice. And the upgraded version, these are both 1 level upgraded. The little kind of nut there is the sign of that, and you'll notice down in the upgrade preview there's 2 of them. This would, when 4 is in there, then it'll upgrade the unit in front, gains 2 power. It doesn't really change. Oh, it gives it 2 slots, so we'd be able to load more power per turn. That's actually quite cool. I like that. And then we've got the equipping machine. At the start of the turn, equip an unupgraded attack unit in the behind empty grid. Now this one's an interesting one, because there are certain, much like Backpack Hero really, there are certain units that function by destroying the units in front. If we pick this up, then we would be setting ourselves up for a situation where we would be able to make use of those units, which are typically quite powerful because they're destroying something in order to be powerful. That would actually be very interesting. Equip an unupgraded attack unit. Okay. So the turn, equip an upgraded attack unit behind. I think we're going to take this and we're going to just see what we can do. I'll take everything else. And at this point, I could just shimmy these around a little bit. We'll pop that one over here. For now, that will be fine. We'll have 2 attack units in each column as a consequence of this. Right, where are we going? We can go to the shop, and again, we have got the treasure collector. If no item is purchased in the shop, you get 1 chance to pick out a treasure. We can go over here. We've got 4 days of vacation, so we've got a couple of things we can do. Over here is a unit, but we're going to go to the shop first. You enter a bustling shop where customers keep coming in and out. However, the shopkeeper doesn't seem happy, or rather, he has a blank expression. He only says 1 sentence as each customer passes by. Welcome to my shop. Come and see if there's anything you want. We can play a Lonestar card, gain 6 star coins, or sell loose orange core. I wouldn't want to do that. Or enter the shop. I could play my Lonestar card, I guess, but no, I want to enter the shop, actually. Right, there we go. We're going to exit. Unless there's something really nice here. We've got Ball Lightning, which is a rare treasure, costs 16 coins. At the start of the battle, all charge units gain progress equal to half their recharging threshold. I mean, that would have been good if I'd picked the different item. Swapping module, increase swap chance limit by 2. Don't really care for that. Portable shop, I can increase the amount of those I've got. The Devourer, it's a rare attacking unit. After loading an energy, destroy the unit in front. When any unit is destroyed, this unit gains 3 power. Well, it seems that the game is trying to set me up with something here. That's double upgraded. The arrows show the tier of upgrade. Duplicate core, when different attack units load energy, get 5 points. This unit loads 1 identical energy. Self-loading core, at the start of the turn, load 1 orange 1-point energy into this unit. And then Global Radiator. When it's fully loaded, all attack units gain 1 power. That's huge. Honestly, I would love to take both of these. Either way, I'm not going to be walking away with a treasure, which is incredibly sad, but I can't pass this up, realistically speaking. So we're going to have to say goodbye to you and load this. And at this point, I would say that this is now the stronger line for me. So I'm going to... that one has to be in the middle, though, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. If this is in the spaceship center, it gains extra strength. So we're going to leave that one where it is. Oh, well. We are going to exit here. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a treasure, but that was well worth us picking up, in my opinion. You wander inside the shop for a while, and time flies by quickly. Soon it's time for you to leave. There we go. We can go get another unit. I don't need to now. And so we'll just go to a random area. The Bounty Hunter Association has established a welfare institutions in various transit areas to help bounty hunters perform their duties more effectively. This is the association's fuel supply station, providing a range of services, some of which are subject to change. We can gain fuel. We can lose 6 star coins and gain 1 max fuel. Or take damage from... we'll absolutely gain max fuel for star coins. That's fine. After paying only the cost, the engineer at the supply station expands the fuel tank. As a frontline bounty hunter, you are quite satisfied with the association's services. Very well. I was glad to know that I'm satisfied. Right, we're now up against an elite. These are typically a lot more punchy. Nia is a struggling mechanic who has ingeniously installed 3 tracks on his spaceship. Oh, okay. Allowing him to use one pulley core as if there were 3. Alright, so a pulley core. When an enemy's front row unit loads an energy, swap this unit to the same column. Okay. We are going to see how this one plays out then. Right. Where are we going with this? Right, so we've just got a beam energy added in here. When different units load 1 point energy, this unit loads a orange 1 point. Okay, interesting. Right, well, I obviously want to load this one up. And it doesn't matter what I load it with. So we're going to add in 1 energy here, so I get a 1 there. There we go. That's now got permanent 3. Now, it's not enough to overcome the damage that's coming our way, but if I were to shimmy up a little bit, it would be. So that one got loaded first, this one got loaded second, and then this one's going to move wherever. If I load something up there, it'll move up there and it'll be negated, which I think is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and pop this in here. There we go. That was actually oh, I see. This one is so I would have to move this one up. Well, we can do that. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Though it does kind of scupper some of my plans a little bit. Let's pop this one in so we overcome this battle, and then we'll slide this one in. That moves that up, and then we win on all 3 fronts. Okay, I'm getting more how these work. It's the column is linked to where I'm loading the energy in terms of the column on my ship is mirrored. All right. Well, that was not too bad, but they are gathering strength, so this is going to be a bit of a chonky fight coming our way. Right, 6 in each, and we don't have an orange this time. That is a little bit problematic. We could load, what we got there, Decker battery. I mean, can I just keep these? Can I generate these and sell them later? Because that would be kind of amazing, I must confess. Alright, I need to load something in here in order to generate any kind of power. I'm going to load the 3 in here, then we're going to pop the 3 down there. That gives me a lot of punch there. I could shimmy up then, but it depends on how I'm going to play this out. This one would overcome the damage output there. And technically, this would then still overcome this damage output. Yeah, because this one bumps up to 6, so it nullifies that, and we're already producing 2 more there. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. Okay, we're going to pull down the remaining shields, paralyze them for the next turn, and be able to just unload now without having to worry about where they're putting their energy, which is always a nice place to be. We've got a mapping mirror. After swapping with attack units, this unit's power becomes that of the attacking unit. Interesting. I'm not really sure I want it, though. We are going to upgrade this. Obviously, there's no reason not to do this one. There we are. That's now doing a whomping amount of damage, and so is this one. There we are. 14 damage in total. Sorry, 24 damage in total. I will regain my freedom someday. I swear. Very well. Get the coins. We didn't really need the fuel. Choose 1 treasure to obtain. We can get the reflective barrier. At the start of the turn, if an attack unit failed last turn, it gains 2 strength. But that's just strength, not power. Or emergency energy. In battle, when taking damage for the first time, generates 1 energy. They're both common treasures. Neither one is really that good. Both of them relate to losing in some way. However, this one is based on failure with it. This one is based purely on damage, and there are some things that can just damage me regardless of the attacking unit. The attacking unit isn't part of the equation, so I will take the emergency energy, since that's going to be a little bit more useful for us. And let's increase the ship weight, and with that, let's pop down our attack unit there. Okay, not too terribly bad. Right, I may as well pick it up, I guess. It's not really going to do anything for me, but sure. Right, there's a treasure over here. Of course, we're going to go for the treasure. It's going to take us 3 days of our 5-day vacation, but it's okay. During your journey, a fellow bounty hunter approaches you. He explains that he recklessly sold all his fuel to a fuel dealer and is now in a dire situation, facing a dead end if he continues to battle. He proposes to trade some treasure for fuel. Well, I've got enough fuel that I could trade all 3 and still have some. I can get Soundwave, a mystery core at the start of the turn, increase the point of the leftmost energy in your hand. That's not too bad, actually. Soundwave at the start of the turn. Of the third turn, all attack units gain 4 temporary power. If it weren't temporary, I'd be okay with that. Or counter. For every 25 energy generated, additionally, generate 1 orange 9-point energy. I think it has to be the legendary treasure. It has to be. There we go. Although your fuel isn't abundant, you're enticed by the legendary treasures on the ship and agree to trade with him. However, you need to plan your future battles carefully with limited fuel. That I do. I could go for some more coins or head up an unknown. I think I actually need more coins now so that I've got a better chance when it comes to the unknowns. If they need coins for... Oh, really? Well, maybe I should have thought that one through. A second-hand fuel dealer approaches you and offers to buy your fuel at a high price. This is probably how the other bounty hunter ended up without any fuel. Fine. I will take the lack of fuel. I don't use fuel too much, so... You sense that something is off about this fuel merchant and decide not to trade with him. Being cautious and vigilant is the key to survival on the... But I did. Early access games. Okay, we're up against the boss now. They've got Moon Shadow. Durability. After you win a showdown, the enemy's durability is reduced. That's talking about durability. Upon reaching 0 durability, switch attack mode. Okay. This is a boss, the criminal Ryoma. Ryoma, the sword genius, is said to have gone completely insane after seeing the perception of the Adeptus Mechanian. He integrated all of his sword insights and his famous sword, Moonshadow, into his ship. We will get a unit, a treasure, some coins, and repair and fuel should we win. It'll be a full repair and a full refuel, I think, when it comes to boss battles. Alright, let's start the battle. Hello. Even if a man falls in a ditch, his body something. Right, all of these are 0, activated only in horizontal slash mode. This vertical slash core, activate only in vertical slash mode. At the end of each showdown, 1 point of durability is reduced for each failed column. When durability reduces, the ship becomes paralyzed. When do you change your mode? I do not know, but that is a scary amount of damage that you're proposing to shoot my way. I disagree. That will actually be quite difficult for me to overcome, no matter how I move things. But alright. Let's first... Well, if I want to run this, and I do, I will need some orange to load into it. And that will give me a decent amount of output, but having a high tier to load in here is more important to me, because that's going to create so much more power. So let's load the 4 in there. And I'm going to load the 1 over here, and that gives me 4. I can then load this over here, gives me 2. And the extra 4 there will still take 3 damage, but that's hardly that much considering it was outputting 15 to start with. We did lose, and we generated energy thanks to the card. Because damage is whether an attack unit fails or not. Fully loaded force field. When other fully loaded units load energy, this unit gains 2 strength. Oh, okay. That's kind of a cool one, actually. 4 up there is going to be very nice. I wouldn't mind getting a nice hefty 3 to load here. So the 1 goes down here, converts that now into 7. This one just builds up over time so beautifully. We'll load the 5 in there, that gives us 10, and then load 3, and we'll only take 1 damage, but this will paralyze you. And we'll skim off 13 points from your hull over here. Is this only the first time? Oh yeah, it's only the first time. That's a bit of a shame. Right, okay, it looks like you have switched over to horizontal slash mode. How unpleasant. Best way for us to play here, I think, would be... After loading an energy, if there is an empty grid nearby, gain 3 strength. I mean, that would have been cool, but not something we can do. Let's upgrade this. It doesn't really matter over much, but we can at least get a good chunky bit of your health out there. Now then, let's see. How much do you load into these? Not terribly much, but if you hit me with all 3 of these, I would die. Which is scary. because I really don't have much to play with here. A main one to avoid is this. If I had fuel, I would move up to try and help myself here, but I don't. See, this can already load in there, but then I would have nothing to load in here. This, of course, needs to go here to massively reduce the incoming damage, but I would still lose the fight. This one will win that particular fight, and it will take a good chunk of their overall damage out. Loading this up there would still only bring in a little bit. I think this is the play, though. Load that up here. Either that, or I accept the incoming damage. This would take it down to 1. So I'd only take 4 damage there, whereas if I upgraded this, I would take 6 damage, but I would do a lot more damage to the enemy. I still think this is the play. There we go. Changing these doesn't really help me in any particular way. For example, loading blue in here instead of white wouldn't really give me any advantage presently. An orange would have been great because it would have just given us more strength, but we'll just have to tank the 4 in exchange for the 7. Alright, upgrading that even further. Again, if I could have moved around, this would have been a lot easier. What's this? When swapped to an empty grid, consumes 1 extra swap chance. Leave behind a copy of this unit. Oh. Sure. I see absolutely no reason not to do that. Right. This will almost win for us, but we will almost be dead if we were to play through this. I can win this one, then the fight is ours. Let's go ahead with that. Load in there, it really doesn't change anything for us. It just reduces the amount of damage we're going to take, which we don't need to worry about. And also, we're almost at the amount that we would generate the extra orange there, but alas, doesn't matter. Adversity is the bouquet that decorates my life. Oh, that's a bit... Oh, we don't keep it. Scallywags. I thought we had found a way of generating infinite money there, but oh well. Right, we got a bunch of star coins. We can restore all fuel and health. We can choose a treasure. Both of them are rare. Weakness analysis glasses at the start of battle. Reduce the enemy's durability by 1 point. That doesn't really matter too much to me. Oh, gain 1 max fuel. That matters even less, so I will take this one. There we go. Another treasure. Let me put it in my display cabinet, indeed. Choose 1 unit to obtain. And now this one is a legendary unit. When loading orange energy, load 1 extra identical energy. Okay. Central turbo. After loading an energy, if it's in the spaceship center, gain 1 power. That's better than strength. That is better than strength. As this one will build up a lot over time. Oh, so excuse me a moment. Okay, there we go. I think I may have cleared that frog out of my throat. This one is nice. And if we upgrade it, it'll even have more energy slots. So we will potentially be able to load a lot of energy into this. This one upgraded... Well, this one is already fully upgraded. But it would have the potential of gaining power twice a turn. Which could scale very quickly. As much as the legendary is very tempting, I just don't think it is as good as this for our particular build. I mean, this is nice, though. Because this would take a long time to ramp up, whereas if I just drop a 5 into this, then it's instantly 10. Whereas that would take quite a while to become as capable over here. And how often do I want to load orange energy? Oh, a reasonable amount of time, I guess. Alright, I think we're going... I've convinced myself that taking the legendary is worth it. There is a legendary unit over here, a legendary something or other over here. This is going to take 4 days, but I'm okay with that. Let's shimmy these around a bit. There we go. Right, let's go and say hello. This is your first visit to a resource modification base. Since in the last era, the Adeptus Mechanian had discovered this resource, which had rapidly become the primary energy source for all spaceship units due to its high-quality density and ease of use. High-quality density... Oh, you need a comma there. High-quality, density, and ease of... Right. The only problem is that the resources have some uncontrollable attributes, namely colours and points, which could only be determined by observing them before usage. Resource modifications can, however, limit the range of variation as well. I want... gain all effects from the above. That would be amazing. Exclusive to humans. Oh, okay. I want them all. Okay, so we can remove residue, remove one lowest point energy resource, increase essence, copy one highest point energy resource, remove inferior resources, remove one lowest grade color energy resource, and increase superior resources, copy one highest grade color energy resource. So I would be able to add gold or add an extra 5 is where I would go. I'm going to say add an extra 5, personally. After increasing the essence to the resource warehouse, one 5-point energy resource has been added. After promoting an ad in the channel to get a free resource upgrade, 2 of your friends blocked you. Well, rude, but I understand. Perhaps I should have gone up to grab the money first. Sell armor. Take 1 damage for 3-star coins? Sure, okay. Oh, I can continue doing it, can I? Well, it's not actually useful to me anymore. So I'm not going to hurt myself. That would have been brilliant to have done before taking out. I need to remember that, I really do. Master Collector, Dango. As a 1-star human, you have claimed the bounties for the following criminals. Lazy, G12, Nia, and Ryuma. The association has promoted you to a 2-star hunter. Hooray. Head to a new galaxy. Off we go. Now, do we have time to take on another sector? There are 3 sectors as far as I am aware, though. Yeah, 3 sectors, effectively. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and see how far we can take this. We may die, because the game, although it seems simple at first glance, there is a lot of depth to this, and sometimes the synergies can act in unpredictable ways, or at least unpredictable to me, because I don't spend long enough to work out exactly how they're going to interact. That has cropped up and shamed me more than once. Right, we're going to fight in the spaceship Glitter, the criminal Blaze. Glitter. Conceal the enemy's energy point except for the leftmost one. Ooh. That's nasty. I'm not going to know how they're applying their energy. Blaze installed the most powerful lights on his ship, determined to blind every opponent. It's just that the brightness of these lights seem to be a little bit off. Okay. Except for the leftmost one. I don't know what's going on there, but alright. That's a lot of damage coming our way. Oh my, I'm the enemy. Of course, I'm the enemy. When this unit gains power, it will gain extra 2 power. Okay. I don't know what this is, so I'm just going to allocate. Let's hope it's something. Okay, 4. That's fine. We win on this one. Well, let's allocate this. Oh my lord. Oh, that was my... I should have been paying attention. Of course, that was my my guaranteed 9. And that is glorious. Absolutely glorious. Right, I want to pop this in there because I'll know what it is as a consequence. That's a 3. I don't know what this is, but a 5 is definitely worth going for. There we are. We've almost killed them at this point, which is kind of amazing. I guess I'll load this in there. Pop. There we go, up to 14. They are very, very nearly dead, all in one go. Let's fire. Now, let's see what you have to do. 10, 3, and 10. Disapprove, but that's fine. So load this in... Oh, actually, let's find out what you are. Could be... that was unfortunate. That would have been better in there. Don't know what these are, but I can find out. That's a 5. Kind of want to pop it over there, if I'm honest. But let's just load this in here. Oh, this one's already building up power, of course. Yeah. There we are. We win in this one. We can load this in, get a little bit more oomph over there, or I can load it in here, get a win here, and I can still load this one in. There we are. We reduced the damage a bit. It's not amazing, but still not terribly bad either. We paralyzed them. It doesn't matter that we didn't kill them, because we are going to win this fight. Like so. Only my lights could be brighter. Fair enough. Right. Coins. Some fuel, which we don't need. A unit. Blessing device. The energy points generated by nearby units will increase by 1. I don't really generate energy points. That being said, actually, if I put that in there and shunted that up, I would. Triple resistors. When this is generates 5... charge 5, generate 1 white 2 point, 1 blue 2 point, and 1 orange 2 point. That is actually nice. That's really nice. This one's good. But this is way better. We have to take that, I think. And what am I going to give up for it, is the question. I'm not really using this, though it's such a nice unit. But I'm not. For now, I think that was more useful to me. We could repair. We don't really need to. So we're just going to head out here. We've got our vacation days have been reset now. The game Lonestar has recently become popular throughout the universe. Oh, really? I see. To avoid being discovered by the Bounty Hunter Association while slacking off, you installed it on the computer in the central control room. When you start the game, the screen displays the central control room's image, and a figure resembling you is staring at the central control room's screen. Soon, the screen within the screen displays the same scene, and this pattern repeats. Right, we can reset and allocate, so I can change the composition of my energy over here. So I can drop that 2 to a 1. And I would increase this 5 to a 6, or I can drop 2 points here and 1 point there. And so actually, yeah, I would drop 4 points there, but increase both of the 5s to 7s, which would be kind of nice. Or I can middle it out a little bit more. Tempting. We'd have a lot of very low points, but I think I'm okay with a lot of very low points at present. The potential for 2 7s is much better. You quickly terminate the process with a flash of light. The screen displays a series of numbers, which appears to be the resource warehouse. The last seen on your screen. Alright, well, let's end the vacation. Who are we fighting against? We are fighting against MSIGP 76 Counter-Strike. MSIGP-76 was originally just a development machine for Lonestar card, but after detecting a nested N-layer deadlock crash, it gained self-awareness and became a space pirate. Now it's determined to make all of those who create bugs taste the pain of being harmed. You've got a counter core. At the start of the turn, gain strength that equals to the damage taken by this column in the previous... Oh god, that's unfortunate. Alright. I don't like this, even slightly, but let's begin. They're all countercores. Well, that is deeply unsatisfactory. Okay. Well, I want to load this one up eventually. But let's first see what we're going to do. First and foremost, going to gobble that down. Do some power. Gain some power, rather. The next step... I can have 4 power over here. I can take that up to 6. But down here, it would be better if I used this. I should have changed this into an orange, really. That would have been the better play. That was silly of me. I can reduce the incoming damage to just 1. Or I can load this and start filling that up right now. Well, I know that my deck does contain some high-value numbers on the way. So... let's go ahead. I think we're going to hold off on upgrading that. I'm just going to mitigate the damage incoming. I could, of course, use some fuel to shimmy around if I really want to, but I think this is fine. Now, can you have negative is the question. No. Okay, fair enough. Right. Well, we've got the 7 here, that if I upgrade that, I'll get a lot more stuff. So let's do that straight away. Pump. Perfect. Let's eat this. I now want the 7 in here to do absolutely staggering amounts of damage. Pop the 2 over there. That gives me a win here as well. I can't... Well, I can win there, actually, so we'll do that. And with that, we're going to hold on to everything else. This is going to do a good bit of damage, and it's going to paralyze you, which I'm okay with. I wonder if that means next turn, because I'm actually adding a lot of strength onto this unit, whether it will skip their turn, and they were gathering strength ready to attack me in a big way. So this paralyzes them. I'm hopeful. This means they lose out on all of that. Yeah, 10, 2, and 1. I now need to win convincingly. Once again, let's upgrade this. This is going to give me an extra 9 as well. Pop that out. We've got a lot of points now to play with. Let's load that in. So a very cheap win there. We'll pop this one over there. We've easily got the main win. That is absolutely bonkers, and I don't really need to apply anything else. But that was quite nice to see. Looks like I have to go back and continue testing. Yes, you do. Right, didn't use any fuel. I really should be using it more. Unfortunately, that is it's a wasted resource if I don't use it. We seem to get fuel after every battle anyway, so I should always make it a point of using one. After loading an energy, the unit in the spaceship center loads 2 orange energy of the same... Oh. That's very interesting, and if we upgrade that, it becomes a white vessel, so I could load anything into it. That would potentially work very nicely there. 7-point device, when this is fully loaded. So, 2 blue slots. This will generate a 1-time 7-point orange energy. I think the central replicator is the stronger unit here. That said, being able to generate 7-point orange energy on the fly... I mean, both of these would be great together. I'll take the 7-point energy device, though. I don't actually have anywhere to put it, though. Right, we've got a swap point, I imagine, or we can get some coins. And I think we're going to go get some coins. A wealthy young man travelling abroad has a great interest in the life of bounty hunters. He has gathered a group of bounty hunters to serve as his guides and introduce various customs and cultures to him. He's also intrigued by the units used by bounty hunters and promises a significant reward for anyone who can show him something he hasn't seen before. Multi-shot display. Select 1 unit to display. If it has 3 or more slots, gain 1 treasure. I got that. A legendary display. Select 1 unit to display. If it's a legendary unit, gain 1 rare unit. If it has no slots, gain 6 star coins. That one has no slots. We're going to go with this one, obviously. Top. And we'll display this. There we are. You show him orange double dagger. And the wealthy young man is so impressed with the numerous slots on this unit, he immediately orders his servant to fetch reflective barrier for you. Okay, alright, well, I'll accept a reflective barrier. I mean, we passed that up before, but it's free at this point, so why not? Right, call for on-site maintenance service for your ship. And to your surprise, a super hot female mech arrives. Like, how hot are we talking? Like, 200 degrees, 400? She professionally lays out her toolkit, and various repair tools are neatly arranged on the ground. The beautiful mech asks you what kind of service you need. Gain max HP would be nice. So take us up to around 30. Yes, I know I could use this health. We're about to fight an elite. But round numbers. In a game all about numbers, that's got to have some significance. Unexpectedly, this beautiful mech is extremely skilled. Why is that unexpected? You are very satisfied with the service and give her a 5-star rating. Thank you very much. The work is satisfactory, apparently. I'm very satisfied. Very satisfactory. Throughout history, renowned charlatans have always been able to disguise themselves as victims to gain fame and fortune. Neela is no exception, so don't be fooled by her harmless look. Spaceship Saint. Ah, I see. Durable missile. During a showdown, deal damage that equals to the current durability to the enemy. Oh, I really need to drop your durability hard then. Okay, fair enough. Duly noted. Let's see how this one goes then. You've got 6 durability. That's scary. Alright. How are we going to play this one? Gain 10 strength is quite nice. But no, you're going to eat that. We are going to load this. Get a bunch of extra colors to play with. Everything is more or less the same now. I can load that in to get 4. I can load that in to get 4. It's going to just be 4s across the board. We're still going to take 3 damage, but that's just the way that is. We'll also generate 1 energy out of this, but it gives us a nice little base to play on the next turn. Alright, there we go. I disapprove with your moving around shenanigans, frankly. Alright, load that in. Nice big chunk of damage. I also want to, once again, load this in. Oh, this is getting better now. We have... there are a lot of low numbers. It's the problem, because we've not got a way of generating more. Maybe that device which would have generated these as 3s instead of 2s, because it adds an extra to each one. That would have been great at this point. No lie. But still, this isn't bad. We shall load that in, and we shall load this in. There we go. That's not too bad. In fact, I can pop that in as well. There's no reason not to. All right. That's going to take you down to paralyzed and deal a solid 20 damage. Okay. What energy are we going to get? I could get more 2s, but frankly, at this point for this turn, I just want to do raw damage, and I've got more than enough ways of achieving that right now. I can still load this in there, and I have no reason not to. But let's go ahead and just dump as much damage into you right this turn as we can. And this one can then be used on that next turn if I need to upgrade it. If I don't get any blues, I can upgrade this into a blue. Oh, that's gone up. That is... I disapprove. I could get 18 there or 18 there. Either way, it's pretty solid. We want this one to be upgraded. It's 13. 18, 14, and just for good measure. There you go. Alright, there we go. Today is a day of suffering. Yes, it is. For you, not for me, though. Star coins, fuel, which we actually needed because we used fuel twice in that battle. Wow. Ship weight up. Choose a treasure to obtain. At the start of the second turn, gain 1 fuel. Oh. At the start of the second turn, increase all energy points in your hand by 2. Ooh. That one is nice front loads, but this one is potentially really good, because that means that more or less every battle I would gain 2 fuel, which would allow us to be a lot more fuel spendy. I think we need the refueling gun. Also, we're now going to generate extra energy as a consequence of all of this. We've got a shop there. We've got a modification area. We've got 33 coins. I'm going to go to both of these, I think. But the support unit has to be the one that we use. I'm going to pop that in there. I could actually put another thing in somewhere, because that one's got a 0 weight, which is very nice. Let's go to the shop first. Visit the laboratory. Select 1 unit for positive random modification. Enter the shop. All units for sale have undergone positive modifications. We want to enter the shop. We've got Vanguard medal. During a battle, the first attack unit that loads energy in hand gains 2 power. At the start of the first turn, increase all energy points in your hand by 1. Or I can just exit and spend nothing, which is what we're going to do. They're commons. Supporting energy. After using call for support, generate 2 energy at the start of the next battle, or attack units temporarily have 2 strength if not loaded with energy. Oh. Now that one's an interesting one. At the start of the battle, all attack units in the upper column gain 1 power. No, we want this one, empty magazine. Because I often don't put anything in this, so that'll actually be quite good. You're amazed to find such a rich variety of units in the university's shop, and they are of even higher quality than what's available outside. Well, we didn't really do any of that, though. Right, so, modifications. You arrive at the Church of Undeptus Mechanian, where the priest is exceptionally enthusiastic and has prepared as a perpetual smile on his face. He warmly invites you to join them, claiming that joining now would provide you with a high-quality upgrade. Quantity. Select 1 unit to add 1 orange slot. Or quality. Select 1 unit to degrade its highest grade color slot by 1 level twice. This would allow me to take an orange slot down to a white if it only had 1 orange slot, or take this all the way down to 2 whites, which is pretty much what we're going to do. That being said, I wonder what would happen if I added this, an orange slot to that. Would that allow me to? That's a very curious one, isn't it? Or I could add an orange slot to this, which would give me the ability to load 2 oranges and have a lot of output. But ultimately, I think it has to be this. Yep. Wait. Cancel that for a second. Yes, confirm the cancel. Oh no! Oh, that's a shame. The reason why I decided to confirm the cancel is because if I simply upgrade this, I would have had that effect. I would have very much liked to have been able to choose something else. Game. Oh, that was a shame. That was what a wasted opportunity. But oh, it's not the worst thing in the universe. He says, looking at the boss. Scorpio G960. Okay. Originally, G960 was a garbage collection robot in the Lonestar universe. It collected all of the basic cores discarded by players, until one day, it even received a basic core plus. It grows to hate the players' extravagance and waste, swearing to make them feel the power of the basic core. Scorpio's Blessing. After loading an energy, one of your attack units and one of the enemy's attack units randomly gain double strength. Pollution. At the start of the turn, equip 1 basic core in an empty enemy grid. Alright. Well, that was not the best. That really wasn't, but it is what it is. The ship has not reached its weight limit. Are there any units available in the backpack? Are you sure you want to start up? Yeah, because I'm just going to be generating them anyway. Confirm. But that was a shame. All right, pollution. Okay, we've got. Oh my god. Just. Yeah, wow. Wow. Huh. It's still gonna go down if I do this. But I need to load that in at this point. How does one avoid death here? Both of these. Gives me 7. I narrowly avoid death. But damn. I don't even think it would have changed if I'd actually upgraded that one properly. This is just the way the game goes sometimes. Well, alright, let's end the turn. We are going to take a lot of pain here. Now, which one are you going to upgrade strength on? Same one. And you're loading it into this one again. Okay. Well, we're overpowering that one now. This is too valuable, but if I load it there, I survive. If I load this there... okay. I'm gonna upgrade you. I'm gonna load this in. I'm gonna load that in. Where do I put this? There's no point in putting anything in here because it won't be fully loaded. Instead, it would be better to reduce the charge. Alright, we're not even going to be able to shut you down on this turn. We'll see what we can do, though. This one gained a little bit of temporary power. Oh, Lord. Alright, let's get that happening. Really not much I can do. That's so much damage coming my way. This would give me a couple of units if I loaded it in there. Would those units be better? Strongly doubt it. I don't see a version of events here unless I can get an orange over there that allows me to survive. I guess? No, this is already more damage than I'll be able to sustain. What I was going to say is if I loaded this in here and then loaded that as well, this would then be fully loaded, which would mean it would generate 1 7-point energy, which would give me 14 energy over here, but I'm still going to die no matter how I slice this cake, unfortunately. Ah, well, despite having made a few mistakes, I don't think the mistakes we made would have actually meant that we would have gotten past this boss. That was just a lot of damage coming our way, no matter how you slice it. Maybe some different choices based on treasures, perhaps. Right, game time, 56 minutes. Your ship, the Space Walker, difficulty 0, defeated criminal 7, the defeated criminal boss was Moonshadow. Units obtained, I guess the best ones. Oh no, we obtained 6 units, okay. Treasure obtained, oh, no, these are the points that we're getting for them. Right. Total star coins obtained, 45. Highest strength in a single column, 20. Highest total strength in a single turn, 52. And that has leveled us up a little bit. Okay, not too bad. Level 9 of 70. What? Oh, that's going to be the points towards them. I was going to say 70 levels. I thought there were only 10. But no, we've unlocked Treasure Hunter Coffee. Oh, why? Why have you given this beautiful doggo such an awful name? Coffee is a warm-hearted member of the dog folk, and as he has heard many legendary stories from a young age, he is full of anticipation for space adventure. Inherent talent, a legendary pick. When accumulated 50 star coins for the first time, gain legendary pick, which calls for support. Pick 1 out of 3 legendary treasures and unit sets. Okay. New unlocks, we've got multiple support after entering the last galaxy. All call for support chances are reset. Oh, and double treasures, gain 2 random common treasures at the start of the game. Alright, well, it's not too bad at all, but that is going to be it for this run of Lonestar. I really do hope you've enjoyed having another look into this game. I hope that it has piqued your interest, and if it has, do be sure to check out the links in the video description down below on where you can pick this game up for yourself. Again, it has entered early access now. It's no longer merely a demo. And while you're down there, of course, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, then do let Saint Algorithms know with those lovely buttons. But that is going to be it from me and from Lonestar for now. So thank you very much again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you see you in the next. But until then, do take care, everyone.